I figured I probably would be the way last season ended, but you know, as I sat at home for most of this year, I was probably beginning to lose a little bit of faith in that. But
what brought you out and brought you here to Cleveland?
well, listen, I got a call from my agent, and they asked to come work out, and I said, all right, I'm going to come work out, and they said, all right, this is what we're going to do, and I just kind of nodded my head along the whole way, and next thing you know, I'm here. You know, I haven't really looked that much into it. I want to take it day by day, and you know, listen, I'm a veteran guy that's been around a lot at this point in the season with a team that's doing well, so I think there's a lot of different things that I can bring to the table, but I honestly just want to keep it day to day and, you know, focus on what I can. And right now, it's just kind of learning the offense and becoming a part of the team. So I think when you start talking about that, you can talk till you're blue in the face and try to promote yourself or not or whatever it is. But, you know, however this ends up playing out, I think you can look back to the way I finished the last game of the season last year. Not that, you know, we were able to win that game, but I definitely believe I can still play. And, you know, like I said, I'm focused on the day-to-day, and as long as I can do that, then whatever happens, I think that whatever my role ends up being and wherever this takes me, then I'll do my best at that. I think he's got, you know, I've been there as a rookie, and you've got so much going through your head, and you're worrying about little things, and you're, you know, I'm talking about focusing on the daily grind, and I think there's little things throughout the day that he's probably so focused on too, that the rest of it becomes kind of nonsense. And if you're able to just focus on that little thing that you're doing at that time, then that's the best way you can kind of keep focused and keep the task at hand, you know, the most important. And it looks like he's doing that. So,
Joe, after all these years of facing the Cleveland Browns, and you know, many of us were here following those games, how weird is it for you to be standing in front of orange footballs right now and wearing a Cleveland Browns sweatshirt?
Yeah, I think it would probably be a little bit different if I was, you know, coming here 4 or 5 years ago. But, you know, having bounced around a few spots now, it's probably not quite as different. You know, teams change so much from year to year in this league. Coaches change, organizations change. So when you look back on it, it's really, you know, they're so separate that there's probably a little bit of strangeness to it. But overall, like I said, you kind of come in here and you focus on meeting the new guys that are on your team, and it just feels like football, and that's the most important thing. You know, you make a decision and you feel good about it, and really my decision was just some kind of opportunity, and you know I still want to play football, and you know, anything close to being put in the locker room and given that opportunity, you know, all the other things kind of go out the window at that point. You don't really look back.
Well, and become a Browns fan?
Yeah, oh my gosh. You know, those guys were so young when I was in Baltimore. They're at an awesome age now to like really love football, and they like guys from all over the league, mostly receivers, and they love it. But yeah, my 10-year-old, I probably all of them to a certain extent, but him especially. His Christmas list has like 50 Browns things on it, almost instantly. So. 4 boys.
Were they your low-speed targets while you were there?
yeah. Well, I was using a small ball in the front yard when I'm throwing to those guys, so maybe not the best thing.
The oldest and youngest ages?
My oldest is 11, my youngest is 5.
Well, where do you live?
What a really accomplished
We're outside of Philly.
Right.
Yeah, you know, you've lined up across from them, now I get to see them in person. They always look a little bit more inviting and friendly when they're not in their uniform and helmet and shoulder pads. But yeah, he's a monster, and he's had a hell of a year, so definitely good to be on the same side as him.